Hi guys, I just wanted to do a quick video actually about a fun topic today. Um, and this topic actually could relate to money or personal finance actually. And it's actually a favorite topic that one of my coworkers and I actually discuss at work a lot because we both want to retire early and want to stop working as soon as possible. So what would you do with $1 million lotto winnings? Would you quit your job? Would you, um, go to work the next day and say "f you," and or would you not even go to work the next day? Um, so just kind of want to get everybody else's thoughts. But why don't we try to break it down a little bit and think about it? So, if you won $1 million lotto, what's the first thing to think about? Um, well, probably first thing to think about would be uh, 40, probably close to 40% of that would probably go to taxes. So what do you have left? So you probably have about 600K left after taxes. Okay, and then what's the next thing to think about? With that 600K left, would you take the lump sum of the remaining 600K, or would you do payments? From the research I've done, I believe it's usually annual payments, but sometimes you have the option of doing monthly or quarterly as well. I think it depends on the situation, but usually annual payments. So, and if you do the lump sum, obviously total amount would probably be quite a bit less than if you took the payments. So I think, so once you have the 600K, think about lump sum versus payments. Okay, so for me, I think definitely I would take the lump sum. So that would be probably 50%, I believe, if you take the lump sum. So for me, I would have 300K. So you can see that $1 million is actually not even close to $1 million anymore. So after you pay taxes, 40% taxes, and then if you decide you want to have all your money up front, it's probably approximately another 50% of that. So you really only get 300K. So really not left with much money at all. So what would I do with 300K? Well, even though we talk about this at work, I'm really not sure. I would probably take half of that, so probably about 150K, and do something responsible. So probably invest half of it. So invest 150K of that. And the question is, well, what do you invest it in? I guess to make things easy, I guess the easiest thing without putting much thought into it would be either VTI versus, or do you want something with more cash flow or dividends? versus like a Schwab D. And if you remember one of the portfolio videos I did, I believe Schwab D is a little bit less than 4% dividend. So 4% of 150,000, 10% is what, 15,000. It's about 7,500, less than 7,500. 7,500 a year, really not that much. It's better than nothing, but it's not a huge amount. But would you rather have 7,500 of cash flow with Schwab D, or would you opt to put the 150K in VTI, which overall would probably give you a bigger return and is a little bit more tax efficient because it does have a little bit smaller dividend. I think it's a little bit less than 2% for VTI. So I guess for me, since this, theoretically is play money, you won the lotto, you didn't really work for it. I guess I would throw it into Schwab D, so I have a little bit of, quarterly dividend kicking out. Yeah. And then, okay, so you invest 150K, and then, in my case, I would, and then I would still have 150K left. So now what? Well, I guess I would break that down into maybe throwing 50K into a 529 plan for my daughter. Then that leaves us with 100K left. Now what? Then I think, I love cooking, so I would probably throw, another 50K into like a food truck. So I might quit my job if I won the $1 million lotto and, work on a food truck. May not be successful, but at least you could do it for a while and have fun. So that would, I think, leave me with 50K left. So what do I do with the remaining 50K? I think I would probably, I don't know if it lasts a year, honestly, but I would surely be open to doing a year-long vacation. Ran out of space here. Year-long vacay. So I guess it would be prudent to pick probably countries with a lower cost of living if you're trying to stretch 50K for a whole year, which might not be possible, but I think places I might look at or try living first would probably be places like Thailand, Vietnam, and maybe Mexico. I believe those three countries probably have a lower cost of living than the US, but it probably depends what part of the US. Definitely, I think all three of those places probably has a lower cost of living than Seattle for sure. But yeah, so I thought that was a kind of a little fun exercise. But why don't you guys drop some comments for me and tell me what what would you do with $1 million, and how would you break it down, as far as, we all got to pay taxes, I guess, but how would you break it down? Would you take lump sum, or would you take payments? And what would you do with, the money if it just kind of dropped in your lap and you didn't have to work for it? But definitely, if you take the lump sum, looks like that $1 million dwindles down to 300K pretty quickly. I didn't crank out how much payments would be. I would assume that it's probably closer to 600K if you do the annual payments. But if you get that much money, might as well YOLO. And I would want the money up front. I don't think I could wait patiently, knowing that there's that much free money coming towards me. But yeah, fun video. Please comment and let us know what you would do. Okay, later guys.